Hello and welcome to Comment Below Advent Calendar, a podcast where every day in December we will rummage through a different topic of Christmas. We delve into the mess that is our social media, finding the seasonal stories you may or may not be talking about. You can listen to us every day on your favourite podcast app, but we're also on YouTube. Just search Comment Below Podcast and follow our adventure through this year's frivolous feast on video. Whew, isn't that right, Ben?
That is correct. Alex, and are you bored of us yet? Because we're still going and there's much more to go.
Can't be too bored because you're back in watching the next one.
True.
If hello. Sorry.
So we need to open up another door to see what today's topic is going to be.
You're going to get Dougie out again?
Yes. Let me just dip down.
I must remind everyone that we're not in any way endorsed or advertising anything made by the BBC company.
So we are number 8, aren't we?
Yes.
Number 8. Okay, let's just open that up. Okay. Mr. Christmas.
Oh!
What does that mean?
Have you heard of Mr. Christmas before?
Santa?
And he is probably most known as Mr. Christmas or Mr. Claus, but no, not Mr. Christmas, not Mr. Santa, but Mr. Christmas himself. So in the 90s,
Yes, the 90s.
It was
strange time.
It was a strange time, but obviously because there was like 5 channels now to fill content, not like today when there's hundreds of channels and online streaming crap. They needed to have people on TV, and a guy called Andy Park who started styling himself in 1993 as Mr. Christmas because on the 14th of July of that year he celebrated Christmas Day. And then from that day,
why?
Since he has had Christmas Day every day since that day.
Every day?
Every single day since the 14th of July 1993.
How does that work?
Well, I shall tell you how it works. So
because I don't know if I believe him.
Well, he claims that each day he eats breakfast, which is a turkey sandwich and mince pies, then goes to work. I'm presuming it's the turkey that's left over from the day before. Because turkeys are huge birds. He could have chicken or something, really, shouldn't he? I think it's a bit bad.
That's not very Christmassy.
The amount of food he must... unless he eats a lot of turkey. So, yes, turkey and mince pie. That's very Christmassy. What do you have for Christmas breakfast?
Nothing.
Salmon and scrambled eggs?
No, you said he should have chicken instead of turkey. I said, well, that's not very Christmassy. A lot of people have chicken
if you're having it on your... I mean, I think he is married. I don't know if he's married, actually.
To Christmas.
He's married to Christmas. That's true. So, anyway, then he goes to work. So, he's an electrician by trade.
Okay.
He's a sparky. So, he goes to work. Then he returns home at lunchtime. This seems like a lot of effort, though. He returns home at lunchtime, and at lunchtime, he then eats a full roast turkey dinner. So actually, yeah, he must have a partner. That poor partner must have to cook a Christmas meal every day. That's a lot of effort, isn't it?
This is ridiculous.
He then watches the recording of the Queen's, now King's, speech.
What, of that year that he's in?
Of the year he's in.
Every day?
Every day.
Okay.
With a sherry in hand. So he's drinking while he works, by the way.
Inspire
him.
Is there an undiagnosed OCD thing going on here? What's going on? Because
I feel like that he must have had a really nice Christmas when he was a child, and he obviously maybe had a bad time up until that point. He thought, that will cheer me up. I'm going to have Christmas every day, and he's happy now. Leave him alone. He's happy. He's not owing anyone. It doesn't say if he opens any presents or anything. It just ends there. So that's what he claims he does every Christmas.
What, not dinner?
He's had Christmas dinner, remember?
I thought that was lunch.
Well, lunch is dinner at Christmas Day, isn't it?
Right.
Because you have it around about 2:00. So you normally have Christmas Day. Your main meal, your Christmas dinner, fills you up for the rest of the night until you then get to the snacking when you pop open that tube of Pringles.
I mean, the numbers here are just ridiculous.
Well, this is from 2006, so this is old data as well. This is almost 20-year-old data, but up until that point, up for the previous 13 years, he's consumed 4,380 turkeys. That's one a day. So he's probably what?
Doubled
6,000, 7,000 now. He's eaten 87,600 mince pies. He has 20 mince pies a day. How can you eat 20 mince pies? And also, where do you buy these mince pies? Do you reckon he hoards them? So
I can't believe that this is real because it says he's having bottles of champagne as well and sherry. How can he have wine, sherry and champagne every day? A bottle?
A lot of people drink in the evening after they finish their day.
He must be a very good electrician because he must be getting paid a lot.
Well, in 2001, he was warned by his doctor that his diet is affecting his health, and he had increased his weight. He had a weight increase
not surprised.
To 19 stone, which is 120 kilogram or 270 pounds for our American watchers. Yeah, I mean, also I'm a bit put off by the fact that he eats mushy peas with his Christmas dinner, and I feel like that's unnecessary.
I feel like everything is unnecessary.
I'd just like to mention that we did actually try to get in touch with Andy for his comment on this, and we wanted him to give us a statement as well, but we unfortunately didn't hear back from him, so he can't defend himself, unfortunately. But
he's
Andy,
not very active either.
Well, if Andy is watching this, please do get in touch with us. Comment below pod@gmail.com or Instagram @commentbelow_pod or Twitter comment below pod, because we'd like to hear from you.
I don't believe what he's saying is true.
You think it's a gimmick? You think he's doing it to be famous?
It's impossible to do this every day. You can't do it.
Well,
especially with the cost of living. No wonder he's gone quiet the past year.
In 2015, he was in a Channel 5 documentary called Crackers About Christmas.
Of course he was.
Clever. Very good. Good title. And the show explains how Park, the man himself, Andy, wanted his single to reach number 1. And he releases it. It's out now if you want to listen to it. Should we listen to a bit of it right now?
Okay, let me try.
Promote him. You never know. Our little podcast might get him a few.
What's the dance remix? I was going to play a random bit.
It's called It's Christmas, Everyone. It's Christmas Every Day, the dance remix. And it's all an exclamation mark. So if you're not shouting it, you're not saying it right.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All we can do.
Mariah Carey could never.
No.
So you have to say that was a top note there.
Not by him though.
No, he hired other people to do it.
Even on cold, windy autumn days.
Hang on.
What?
Newsflash. In 2015, due to wiping out his savings and being at risk of losing his home, he stopped celebrating Christmas every day. However, after just 2 weeks of abstention, Park returned to celebrating every day, citing his love for the holiday to be too great. So he'd rather be poor.
So that was 2015. We're now 2023.
Like I said,
Has he run out of money?
We extended the arm of hospitality. We wanted to get in touch, but he didn't. He may not have seen it. Like you said, a lot of his website.
Busy.
Well, and also his website has a lot of dead links, and his Twitter and his Instagram accounts don't seem to be very updated anymore.
No. He met Joey Essex though on his blog, he says. And he met who's the guy who took over? Gino D'Acampo. He met him.
Poor him.
Yeah. He met Lizzie Cundy.
Who's that?
The woman who had a vagina so tight it squeaked after she had it operated on. She's also on GB News.
Oh, okay. Well,
she likes hot tubs. Vanessa Feltz, he met her as well.
I love Vanessa. So, can't say bad things about Vanessa.
You know, he's made a
Christmas song.
A good life.
Well, according to this, he's had to have a good life, hopefully with endorsements, because over the last 22 years, he has spent over £2 million.
See, this is where I refuse to believe this, because why has he got £2 million? Where does it come from?
That's his savings.
How has he saved $2 million? That doesn't make sense.
He's a good electrician and he's working very hard.
No.
He works hard for his money.
There's something suspicious about this, which I refuse to believe.
Well, I remember watching, I think this is The Big Breakfast. So this is when he was at his peak. This is when he kind of just started doing his Christmas escapades.
Right. You've actually seen him, have you, on TV?
I remember, this is where I got the idea from, because it suddenly went ping in my head. I was like, I remember this guy called Mr. Christmas. So I Googled him and this is what all came up. He was on The Big Breakfast and his house was literally just covered in Christmas decorations, like lights flashing. And I remember him saying on the the interview that he wraps the same present every year as well. So, but maybe he buys himself a different present, or someone. Do you know what I mean? So that could accumulate a lot of money too. Because really,
what does he do on actual Christmas Day though?
I suppose he does.
Does he do the same thing, or does he do it bigger?
Doesn't going to work. But this is again a question I posed to him. I did ask him that question when I sent him an email asking him to get in touch. I asked him on the actual Christmas Day, is there anything you do anything differently? But again, I could not say. He eats 6 fresh
He was still
potatoes a
doing
day.
How many?
6.
That's okay. I could eat 6 a day. He's still going from 2020. There's the last article about him, 2020.
What's the website that you're reading that from? Just so if anyone wants to find him.
Entertainment Daily.
Okay.
What you have to Google is what I Googled is Mr. Christmas Andy Parks dead? And it's the fourth link down.
So you thought he was dead?
I was just checking, but he's still going.
I mean, the doctor did warn him. So it makes some sense.
Well,
but there's been nothing since, like I said, there's been nothing since, I think the last thing, I'm just looking quickly now, like he's done publicly, was 2018. So it's been 5 years since we've seen the existence of
It's
Mr.
a lot of
Christmas.
turkeys.
I feel sorry for the turkeys. Do you reckon when he walks toward like a turkey farm, they all gobble
They can
away?
smell.
Yeah.
You can smell the turkey coming from
Oh,
him.
do you reckon he smells of like gravy and
I was
roast
gonna
dinner?
say, no, not being mean to Andy.
I'm
Even
not
though I
being
just
mean to
Googled if he was
Andy.
dead. You said,
Like, you
does
just
he
asked if
smell?
he's dead. I was about to say, you're finding out if he's dead or not. But Andy, honestly, get in touch with us, please. And if you get in touch with us quick enough, and there's time for recording, we will happily do a follow-up episode of Is Andy Park dead? That's what the episode will be called. Is Mr. Christmas dead?
Or we should do a 10-part investigative podcast where we find out if this is all true or not.
Should we pitch this to Netflix?
BBC Sounds.
Oh, BBC Sounds.
Is Andy plays Mr. Christmas real?
Yeah, is Mr. Christmas real? That's interesting. I'm intrigued, and we're the ones pitching the idea.
Well, let us know. If you ever heard of Mr. Christmas, do you believe Mr. Christmas celebrates Christmas every day?
Do you believe in Christmas?
Let us know, because I remain unconvinced by your
It's not me. It's
yeah,
not
this
me.
was
I'm just
your
reading.
theme, so
Because I remembered him.
Yeah, well,
he's a good chap.
I
I
think
love Mr.
it
Christmas.
needs to be
Andy, get in
checked.
touch with us. Now, if you're watching us on YouTube by searching Comment Below Podcast, please don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe, and ring the bell to never miss an episode of our Advent Calendar. And get in touch. Andy, I'm talking to you. Find us on X/Twitter at Comment Below Pod, Instagram commentbelow_pod, or email us commentbelowpod@gmail.com. I must remind everyone that if you're enjoying listening to this podcast, to give us 5 stars and comment below why you've given us 5 stars on your favourite podcatcher. And likewise, comment below on the YouTube video as well.
lovely. So we are off now, and then we'll be celebrating. We're like Mr. Christmas. We'll be celebrating Christmas again tomorrow. Goodbye.
Merry Christmas.